This video is for comedic purposes. Please do not take it serious. Now back to the video. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Night Viewers. I'm your host for today, and now we're gonna talk about something very important that could save our planet: farting. Now you might be thinking, what does farting have to do with saving the environment? Well, let me tell you, it's quite simple really. Farting is the secret to a greener environment. Now, you might just say, but farts are just bad for us. Well, yes, they are, but hear me out. You see, when we fart, we release methane gases, which is one of the biggest contributors to greenhouse gases. But here's the thing, methane isn't all bad news. It actually has some pretty cool effects to our environment. For instance, did you know that farting like a tree can actually help pollinate plants? That's right, guys. When we fart, we release tiny particles called pollen that can travel up to 100 miles per hour and fertilize nearby plants. So basically, every time you fart, you're actually helping growing more trees. But wait, there's more. When we fart, we also release nitrous oxide, which is another type of greenhouse gas. Now you might be thinking, oh no, this means farts are bad for the environment. Hey, not so fast, my friends. You see, nitrous oxide is actually good for plant life. It helps them grow stronger and healthier. So basically, every time you let a fart out, you're actually giving the plants a little boost of energy to keep on growing. It's like a natural fertilizer. And if that wasn't enough farts can even change the weather. Yes, you heard that right, guys. Farts can actually cause storms and tornadoes. It's because of the way the methane and the nitrous oxide particle mix together in the air, creating some sort of a fart storm. It's like nature's own version of a hurricane. So next time you feel a fart is coming on, just remember you could be causing a storm. So there you have it, guys. Farts are actually good for the environment. Who knew? So let's take a moment to appreciate the power of farts and how they could help to save our planet. And remember, next time you see someone farting, don't be like, ew, gross. Instead, say, thank you for saving the environment. Let's all spread the word about the secret to a greener environment by farting. So yeah, farts are great for the environment, but have you ever wondered what happened if we all started farting at the same time? Like imagine a world where everyone was constantly farting and releasing their methane nitrous oxide particles in the air. It would be like a giant fart cloud covering the entire planet. And think about all the plants that would grow thanks to all those farts. We would have the largest and strongest plants in history. It's like a green revolution. And what about the poor insects? Have you ever noticed how crazy they go when they smell a fart? It's like they're possessed or something, I don't know. Imagine if you could harness that power and create an army of fart fighting insects. They would be like the ultimate superheroes. Just imagine it, a world where insects are trained to fight crime and protect the environment with the power of farts. It sounds ridiculous, but hey, who knows, maybe one day it will be a reality. And finally, let's talk about the toilet paper usage. Did you know that using too much toilet paper actually increased the number of farts we produce? This is true. The more toilet paper we use, the more moisture is removed from our bodies, which then leads to more gas production. So basically, the less toilet paper we use, the fewer farts we will have. It's like a win-win situation. Less toilet paper equals to fewer farts equals to a greener environment. Who knew being eco-friendly would be so easy? But what does that have to do with climate change, you ask? Well, it turns out that flatulence releases methane and carbon dioxide into the atmosphere, which contributes to global warming, they say. And if we fart more, then there would be more greenhouse gases released and it will become hotter and hotter. But wait, there's another way to look at it. If we fart less then, There will be less greenhouse gases released and it will cool down. So it basically depends on how much we fart. But don't worry, because we got a solution to this problem. All we have to do is to use our farts to power homes. Yes, you heard me right. We can turn our farts into electricity. All we need to do is to build a giant freaking ass farting collector machine and connect it to some turbines, and voila, we will have a renewable source of energy. Just imagine it. A world powered by nothing but farts. No more coal, no more oil, no more natural gas, just some pure, unadulterated fart power. But hey, why even stop there? Why not take this idea to space? Imagine a fleet of fart powered spaceships flying through the galaxy. They could be visiting distant planets and exploring new worlds, all powered by the mighty force of human fart. And while they are at it, they could plant wind turbines on each planet so that they can harness the power of planetary winds and generate more electricity. It's like a never ending cycle of fart power. But wait, there's more. How about plants? Don't they help reduce CO2 levels in the atmosphere? Well, yes, they do, but did you know that they actually prefer the carbon dioxide from our farts instead of the ones coming from the air? It's true. Plants love the taste of CO2 coming out of our fart. In fact, they're so fond of it, they will actually grow faster when fed with our human fart, CO2. So maybe we should start feeding our farts to the plants instead of wasting them by releasing them into the atmosphere. But what about the animals? Can't they help us out with our farts? Well, the answer is yes. Animals actually love farts. In fact, they are so addicted to them, they will actually do anything for a hit of that fart gas. So why not train them to collect our farts and store them away safely until we can use them to power our homes? It's like having our own personal fart collecting army. But what about bees? Don't they contribute to pollination and therefore play an important role in our ecosystem? Well, yes, they do. But did you know that farting actually harms bees? It's true. When bees fly near a fart cloud, they get disoriented and lose their way back to the hive. So basically, our fart is not that good for bees. Duh. So now we have established that animals love eating farts and that farting is bad for bees. Perhaps we should find a way to harness the power of animal flatulence. Maybe we can train them to hold their farts for like, I don't know, 20 minutes before releasing them. With this way, we can collect even more fart gases and use it to power our homes. It would be like having our own personal fart bank. But how exactly can we turn farts into biofuels? Well, it's actually pretty simple, really. All we need to do is collect the fart gas and then run it through a series of filters and purifiers. And until it becomes clean enough to burn. Then we can use it to power our homes and cars and whatever else needs powering. It would be like a never ending supply of free fuel. But wait, there's more. Farts can also help us out with this whole global warming thingy. Yes, you heard it right. Farts can save the world from climate change. How? Well, when you pass gas, you release methane into the atmosphere, which is one of the greenhouse gases responsible for global warming. But here's the catch. Your fart contains 75% methane. So every time you fart, you're actually reducing the amount of methane in the atmosphere and thus helping to combat climate change. But don't get too excited just yet, because there's another catch. See, the more you eat, the more gas you produce, and hence the more you fart. Well, the more you fart, the more methane gets released into the atmosphere. So, if you want to reduce your carbon footprint, then you should probably eat less. But not to worry, because there are ways to reduce the gas that you produce. For instance, you could try eating less beans, less cabbage, less broccoli, because those foods contain raffinose, which is a type of sugar that is hard to digest and produces lots of gas. Now, you might be wondering whether it's possible to detect the difference between a fart and methane. Well, the answer is pretty simple. Duh. When you pass gas, the smell is usually due to the presence of sulfur compounds, whereas methane doesn't have such a smell. But if you were to mix methane with other substances, you will get a smell similar to that of a fart. And that brings us to our next point, which is that fumes can indeed produce gas that smells like butt. So far, we established that farts can be a source of pollution and a means of combating climate change. Well, talking about two-sided coin, huh? We also talk about how the amount of gas produced depends on what you eat and how to reduce the amount of gas produced. But there's one more question still that's left unanswered, which is how long do we get after eating before fuming? Well, the answer varies depending on individual factors such as digestion rate, diet, but generally speaking, it takes around 20 minutes to an hour for the food to move through your digestive system, your colons, blah blah blah, and it starts producing all this gas. And finally, we come to the last point, which is that fart does unalive people. Yes, you heard it right. Farts can indeed cause unaliveness. This is because when the methane is released during a fart, the fart builds up inside a confined space and it actually causes let's just call it a lack of oxygen. So next time when you feel like passing some of those fart gas, remember that it's not just a simple body function. It actually has the potential to save the world from climate change and even helping people. And that concludes our discussion on farts, the secret to a greener environment. Thanks for watching, and yeah, don't take anything that I say seriously. Bye.